Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is Country Conversations with DVD. This is going to be my Real Housewives of SLC Part 3 reunion recap. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. I reported on Monica's departure. And when I reported on Monica's departure, I had already seen the episode, but it made it less interesting for me knowing that she had been terminated from the show. Now, according to Color Me Pink, shout out to her, she said that she was placed on pause. Now, what I reported was that people had said that she was actually terminated. Either way, she won't be appearing on the show, at least for the first couple of episodes, and maybe even more than that, because that's what pause is. Now, normally when Andy puts them on pause, they are able to come back. He put Tamara on pause, and Tamara was gone for a whole season. Okay, so now with the way I operate, you put me on pause, and I know I carried the show on my back. It'll be some issues, but you have to give me a side check or something, because we all know no matter what the other content creators are saying, she brought something to the show that definitely was missing, at least missing for season 2 and 3. Now, we're talking about Jen Shaw. We're going to talk about her just a little bit real quickly and what she brought to the show. There's no denying Jen was a polarizing figure. I never believed her from the beginning. From the moment that I laid eyes on her and I found out that she was involved in defrauding the government and the elderly, I put a stamp on you right there. You done for me. Now, I was riding with her when she first came on the show. Tanya Princess, married to a African American Muslim man. Baby, that was your end to the show right there. Now she had to have $55,000 rented jets, chalets, rented Porsche. She had to have this lifestyle. And to me, going back to Monica, they wrap them up into making them want to have these types of lifestyles. And then by the time they have them, it comes out to be some illegal activity. They end up in tax and all kind of tax lien, tax fraud, tax credits, all types of stuff that was forced on them by not being who they actually are. Now, we're not going to forget that happened to Nene. It's just that Nene was so great on her show that we kind of looked over. Okay, but around season 2 or 3, she also ended up with tax liens with Greg. And his shout out to Greg, one of my favorite husbands on TV, on reality TV. However, we're not gonna deny that he was being accused of allegedly being a slumlord. And these types of things to me happen because they want you to see only opulence. Okay, same thing that happened to Ray. Same thing happened when can we forget Teresa and Joe Judice? Can we forget them? Judice, Judici, however you want to pronounce it, Italian style. Are we gonna forget what happened to them? Teresa came on the show perpetuating this type of lifestyle, and then it became a situation where she's ended up signing papers and they're defrauding too. It's just, it wasn't the elderly. Either way, to me, in a way, this pushes people into not being themselves when they ask them to be on the show. Same thing with Monica, going back to Monica. That made Monica want to buy that purse. That made Monica want to rent that Range Rover. Had people just been cool with her being Monica, we have the opulence. We have Lisa in her Vita Tequila. I always say tequila. Although I've heard very horrible reviews on it. We had Mary. Ran Mary off her own show. The show was supposed to be built around her. That's neither here nor there. Let me get into this boring ass recap. Because before I get mad again. So the episode opens up and they're talking about Lisa and how she has glam squads all over the world. And, Meredith and how she kept her butter and tried to take that butter that she made everywhere. Now they also talk about the game and how Monica and Lisa began their journey on disliking each other because she said, I would throw Monica off of the wagon because she's nasty to women. So are you, Regina George Jr.? So are you. It's really not a whole lot you can say because, they heavily concentrated on dragging Monica, and then the show was so out of control that you really couldn't understand a lot of what they're saying. Okay, then they're talking to Mary. They talk to Mary and they talk about how she, quote unquote, fat shamed wide neck Heather. And Nick is saying that, her Gucci was genuine. Now, Mary, and this is what I didn't like, she said that she rolled back because she put backpedal and pussy pop right here and said that she liked what Heather had on tonight. Now, for me, when I did my when I found out the looks and stuff like that, I did give Heather the best dress. That's the best I've ever seen her look. But I've never said she didn't have strong features. Strong masculine features. And being that she was in drag, she should have been drag in reverse. She should have been dressing like a dude, right? Because regular drag queen, they dress like women. I mean, she got a thick neck, wide face, hard cheeks, big old head. Well, Mary did say she looked inbred. I never did disagree with that. I said what I said. So Annie asked Mary, was she gonna come back to the show, and she said, well, I don't like this whole push out and gang up that they do. She's basically talking about how they're treating Monica, and then they did her that way in the previous season when she was a victim of racism. Well, her last season on the show. And then Whitney asks as if she's like a big sister to her and say, I was just not afraid of you. I was afraid of disappointing you. No. Clearly, you all got together and did what Giselle, Robin, and it was Giselle and Robin. It was one more person involved in that, I thought. But either way, Giselle and Robin decided to do to Candace by bringing what happened with Giselle and Chris to the forefront, never speaking on what had happened to Robin and Juan. Yeah, I would put Juan in that situation, seeing as how Juan was the catalyst as to why they decided to focus on Chris. They had to find a different husband to focus on because they had already dragged Michael. They had already dragged Eddie. They had already dragged Ray. So that moment when Giselle told Chris they could talk in her dressing room and she turned it into something very ugly, that was her way in to say, hey, this is how we're going to get the heat off Juan's cheating, and we're going to put it behind the paywall. That's what I said. That's what I think. That's my opinion. I said what I said. And they did the same thing here with Monica and Mary in previous seasons. They asked Monica, was she reality TV? She admitted that she was. But, it was a site, I believe what she said, to bring down Jen. Now, like I said in my Piping Hot Tea when they originally reported that she was terminated, I said this. Simple as that. As long as she was only dragging Jen, they were posting under the post. And again, just like with Sweet Tea, I don't believe that she didn't know that she had some kind of malfunction with her uterus, whether she knew she had endometriosis or not. I am riding with the fact that I honestly believe that Heather knew who she was from jump. She was the one who was closest to Jen. She was the one who was closest to Tanisha. And Tanisha was still doing her hair. There's no way you can tell me that she didn't have some idea that Monica was reality Matisse. I think that Heather and her tongue and her neck wanted to, in her big head, she looks sort of like a caveman. Not just Shrek, but you know, like how those cavemen start to evolve. She looked like one of those in one of those periods. I don't know, that head. Oh, it's enormous, but that's neither here nor there. Back to the show. I think that they used the site to as a place to drag whoever. When it was Lisa's turn to be dragged and Heather was into it with Lisa, that was Lisa's Heather's outlet to go to drag whoever. Same thing with Meredith. Same thing with all of them. They are not innocent. If he was gonna put anyone on pause, he should have put them all on pause. Except Mary. If that's the case. And see, this is so weird to me. Because it's very obvious that she was reposting what Jen was saying about them. But they all admitted at some point that they protected Jen, which makes them, again, not innocent. Now, see, Heather's not funny. Little goofy, that little goofball act, that don't fly with me. How she, asks Andy, well, what you over there? Explain how the internet works, fool. You know that's not what he was talking about. He was talking about how these types of pages, social media pages work. These bully type pages work. Now, again, I'm not saying that Monica was wrong. I mean that she was right for creating this account. When the finale came out and the episode before the finale, I was actually very disappointed in her because it made it seem like that Meredith was involved in a lot of these things that were going on. However, I do believe now at this point that whatever happened with Meredith, she also enjoyed what they were saying about in the exposure of Jen. Remember, it's more to Meredith than baths and bath salts. Okay? She gets involved in the mess, and even though I always say she's my favorite, I notice one thing about her. She will throw rocks and hide her hands. She throws rocks and hide her hands behind her ability to sneak around and dig up information. And that reminds me of Latrice on Belclay. See how I integrate all the shows that I watch into all my interviews? That's a skill. Shout out to me for that. Oh, and shout out to my subscribers. Come on in. That subscriber account is going up. You are enjoying my content. Thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I had a mentor tell me, if you throw in like, comment, and subscribe throughout your videos, even though I don't remember to do it, but I try to, you're putting something on the viewer's mind. So you're telling them that you're interested in them coming into your channel and being more of a friend to you, and then you're inviting them into your space, your video space, in other words. I agree with that. Now, back to the show. Monica said, it was an exposure page. I'm tired of being a villain in your story, Heather, because you all are the clients of mine. 100%. They are clowns. And like I said, I don't like gang up housewives. I don't like that on any show that I watch. I don't like when a group gets together and decide they want to ice somebody out and then knock them off of the show because they are jealous. Now, I personally don't like to use jealous as an excuse because it's very weak, but they know that girl carried the show on their back, and they thought she was gonna come in, little old poor pauper Monica, and we're gonna take her under our wing and show her what it's like to be a rich girl. And then it backfired on them because people started to like her and embrace her. And I'm talking about the fans. And Heather, you have never had the type of fanfare that Monica did, and you know it. And neither have you, Lisa Barlow. Nobody likes you, Lisa, or your leather face. Look at her, Heather. Now, she is the real villain in this story for me now. Sitting up here acting like Monica did something to her personally when she knows it's not true. And, oh, she's a victim. I'm a victim. I was attacked every day for 3 years. And the amount of time you were attacked by Jen, how many years? And Monica does the ultimate move that I cannot stand in these shows. She pulls out that freaking burn book. When Monique first did it in season 5, I wasn't impressed with what she did. Ever. I've never been impressed with the props. Period. But when she pulled out that book in season 5, and they've been pulling out this type of receipts with the books ever since, child back. That's where you messed up, sis. And then Hella sitting up there acting like she running something. Why should she be allowed to have a platform to say these things about us, as if they hadn't said these things about each other in the past? Like, ooh, this is the first time we ever experienced somebody talking bad about us. Duh. You were friends with the person that called you Shrek. Not that she lied, I mean, you know. Then Lisa takes over the show like she knows how to do. I mean, I can't believe this. Why would you want to be on this platform with us? I mean, you fucking hate us. Girl, bye. Ooh, these heifers just sat up there. That's why I didn't do this recap right away. They getting on my nerves. I got it. It came to me like a ton of bricks when I'm about to say something about Monica setting up the security system in Jenna Cherie's house. Okay, that's how Lisa thinks that Monica found out about her and Snoop Dogg. Who cares? She worked for the lady. She was one of her 12,000 assistants. From now on, Heather is not Shrek. She's not big old headed Heather with a thick tongue. This character exhibits everything that she embodies. Frankenstein. That's it. From now on, she's Frankenstein. She has to cut jaws with a little line. Big old head, strange brain, strange tongue. Frankenstein. That's it. So from now on, it's not going to be Heather. It's not going to be Shrek. It's not going to be Manatee. It's going to be Frankenstein. And they think that she's the one who released the information, Nicole. And Monica has a point. You're more mad at me for exposing Jen than you are mad at the things that she did. It's weird. All of them protected her. And couldn't ever get clarity, neither could I, on why they were sending Monica out to see if Jen was drinking and driving. I mean, that has no relevance to me, to her committing fraud. But hey, whatever the feds was having her do at the time, whatever it was, it worked. I mean, they have been watching her over a decade. Everybody knows that who watched the documentary. I still can't think of the name of it. It's not that serious. But the point is, everything was brought out in the documentary that Monica is talking about. So again, while Frankenstein is sitting up there saying she's not a hero, she actually is. She did more than you did. You protected her when she gave you a black eye. And I'm not going to let that go. So in essence, to wrap things up, what Heather is saying that everything that Monica did was to get on the show. So everybody do things to get on the show. You had to do something to get on the show, Frankenstein. The only person that was handpicked to be on the show was Mary. Boom. So Angie K pipes up and it's her turn. She finally gets to speak from the other end of the couch and says, I have a reputable business. I'm rich. I'm self-made. And she's trying to destroy my business. I don't know. Now, all of a sudden, she don't know Meredith's involvement in it. Meredith is acting like she's completely innocent when we know that now that the emails were sent, we know that she knew about the emails as well. She knew about Angie K's finances. She wanted to put on the show. She just had Monica be her little flunky. That's what Meredith does. But Angie K couldn't say that because it was supposed to be gang up on Monica Day. So she had to leave out what she was feeling about Meredith. Because what she did was, when Andy asked her, do you think Meredith was involved? She had to shut her joker mouth and open it back up and then come out with a way to say that it was mostly Monica. She said, well, that's what you get. At least you're at the other end of the couch. I earn my right to be here. I earn my right to be here. No, yeah, you might earn your right to be here because you say you're rich and all that, but you didn't want anything to come out about how you and Sean hadn't slept together for years. And why? Because like I said, he was either getting badussi or he was getting cussy. Okay? Put a P in front of it. So you're at the end. But I'd rather sit here at the end because you're in a hot seat because you cause more shit. I'd rather sit here at the end and be a low-brow sewer rat. That's what you are, a fucking low-brow sewer rat. Child back. Angie, you about to get on my list. Now, trash-ass Frankenstein gets to stay on the show after she ran down a list of what Monica has done. That one thing that she did, making money off of a book and lying on production with her black eye, with her goofy tail. Yeah, that one thing. Top everything that Monica did. Like I said, Andy Cohen, that big head heifer, Frankenstein looking heifer, that is your real culprit of the person who you need to put on pause, honey. That one. So now all of a sudden, we can't revisit toxicity because of what Jen did. Okay, you're toxic too. You're just as toxic and just as guilty as Jen is because you so-called protected her. And now you just can't protect Monica because she gave you a black eye. In theory, I guess. Child back. Heifer makes me sick. Now, Heather is the hero. I feel terrible for her. Whitney gets up and hugs her because she was protecting all of us by lying about Ken and almost getting a producer fired. Bravo, Heather, you are the #1 housewife of all times. You have protected all franchises, even though you lied on Candace, particularly in Ultimate Girls Trip, and let dumbass Giselle think that another black woman on the cast stole her freaking tequila. Awesome job, Heather! I know, but Heather did to protect us. She is awesome. We are now her friends, even though I spent all the first season dragging her for being a fun-time girl and acting like I didn't know her in college. She's a wonderful human being. I'm just so glad that she protected us from Jan, and now she's being proactive against Monica, and she's never gonna let this happen to us again. So we won't have any drama in the season 5 because we're close. We're all friends now. Shut the fuck up. They admit that it was the best season they ever had. It was the best season you ever had. Not because of you, Angie K. Not because of you, Lisa Leatherface Barlow. Not because of you, Meredith, and your rumors. And not because of you, Heather. I mean, Whitney and your high-pitched ass voice. It was because of Mary and Monica. M and M. So they're all so traumatized. They come to the general consensus that we're going to ice out Monica without saying that we're icing out Monica, basically. Okay. So apparently, like I said in the previous video where I did her firing or her being placed on pause, this is how these types of things operate. And I think Giselle may even be successful over there on Potomac because yeah, that's what they're doing to Wendy and Candace. I don't like it, especially when the people that you're icing out are 54 times million. I should have added the million. 54 million times more interesting than you all are, icer outerers. Yeah, I made that word up, but hey, you get the drift. But anyway, I'm gonna close with that being said. Come back to my channel. This is Country Conversations with DVD. I am so glad this is over. I finally came to be able to sit down, rewatch The Real Housewives of SLC, and give you this reunion recap. They about got on, it came full circle for me that it about got on my nerves as badly as Potomac did. I don't like outsiders. I don't like outsiders, especially when, like I said, the cast member that you're icing out or cast members that you're icing out are more interesting and bring more to the show. That being said, when I close, I'm going to chop them up. Deuces. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel.